Hey, Warren here at the kitchen classroom, making what a year ago would have been a new to me dish, but now is one of my absolute favorites, and I really think it deserves its time in the spotlight. This dish is called Maque Choux. It is a Creole dish made with corn. It has a lot of Native American influences, specifically with the corn, sort of a hybrid of French Creole and Native American cuisine. Absolutely delicious, not as well known as I think it should be. And so we're gonna make it here today. We have a pan we just turned on, so it's still pretty much cold. And we're gonna go in with some bacon. Putting some bacon in the pan. I'm gonna cook this. When I'm doing bacon and I want crispy bacon, I like to start in a cold pan. This way it gives time for the fat to melt and render out before the lean starts cooking. If I like more of a chewy bacon, a little more chew and crisp on the edges, I'd start in a hot pan. Thus the fat starts cooking immediately and so does the lean. So we have this on pretty low heat. We're gonna give it a little bit more now that we got the stuff in there. I feel like if you really wanted to, you could do this with tasso as well, but I really like the smoky, salty nature of the bacon. We're gonna cook this until it's fully cooked on both sides. We're gonna take it out, then use the grease to make the rest of the dish. I love cooking with bacon grease. You know, up until World War II-ish time frame, it was #1 cooking fat in the US. Because everybody cooked their bacon and saved the grease in a little dish and used it for cooking just about everything. So, you know, it's not a bad habit to get into. Maybe we don't want to, you know, eat bacon grease all the time these days, but save your grease. Add some great flavor to a lot of dishes, you know, a little salty, smoky bacon flavor. Okay, so we get our bacon flipped, a little stuck, that happens sometimes. Let this come right off. Get our tongs, turn that over, get the other side cooked. Definitely gonna turn the pan down a bit. Go down to just super low. Let this other side cook out. You can see for this, the bacon's not burnt, it's still gonna have great flavor, but we let the pan get a little too hot. Should have kept it on more a little medium low. This is a Saucier. Great pan, perfect for this dish, but it's not like cooking a cast iron where the heat comes on slowly. So you gotta be a little more careful, but luckily we didn't burn anything. All right, our bacon's cooked, so we're gonna take that out just to this tray I have right down here. We're gonna let that rest. It's definitely gonna be back in the dish, but we gotta make the rest of it now. Bacon out, give us a little more heat. Going with the Trinity. We got onion, celery, bell pepper. I prefer red to green, but use whatever you like. And a little jalapeno pepper, just for a little extra kick and flavor. And season all that with a little salt. Don't want to go too heavy with the salt because we are going to be adding, well, we do have the bacon in there. Grab a little wooden spoon, get that all mixed together. Start scraping up the bottom bit. The moisture as it comes out of the vegetables is going to get most of this up and off. So we get that sauteing. As we stir, you know, use the spoon to scrape the bottom, start getting all those bits up. Want to get all that bacon and all that caramelization and fond into the dish. Help make it tasty. All right, the onion is starting to get translucent around the edges. So we're gonna go in with our garlic. And we're also gonna add in our butter. For seasoning for this dish, we have our bacon, we have our Trinity, we have garlic, a little jalapeno for a little heat. Now we're gonna just go in with some thyme and a little bit of, just some thyme. You know, you could, if you just really wanted to, use your Cajun seasoning blend, but that's a lot of different flavors going on. And you know, when you're making a bunch of dishes, especially multiple Cajun dishes, you don't want all of them to be seasoned exactly the same. So I think the thyme in here adds a great little herby taste, a little savoriness, without overly muting or overpowering the other flavors. We have some tomato that we seeded and chopped, a little aroma there. There's a few grinds of black pepper. Now that almost everything's in, we're gonna give this about 2-3 minutes to cook and saute down a little bit more. We're gonna get our bacon that's cooled onto our cutting board. We're gonna give that a little chop. That is looking good. We're gonna go in with our corn. I have a real preference when buying frozen corn, which this is, to use a white shoe peg corn. Can't find that everywhere, but whatever frozen corn you use at home, whatever you like is fine. It's summer. This is a great dish made with fresh vegetables, tomatoes, onions, peppers, fresh corn shucked off the cob. Absolutely fantastic in the summer, but this is a great dish you can actually make year round as well. Corn's in, we're gonna add our bacon back in, and we're gonna go in with some heavy cream. Now we're gonna cook this down 5, maybe 10 minutes, just how long it takes for that cream to get thick, like a thickened sauce. Not gonna add anything to thicken it though, just let time and the water come off and it'll be ready shortly. All right, so it's been cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes, and you can see it's done when you pull it across like this and it doesn't immediately full in. You see we got it thickened up that cream well. We're gonna give it a quick little taste. A little pinch of salt. Turn the burner off. A little bit more black pepper. And that's the dish. That's a perfect side for many occasions. Definitely go well on your holiday table as well. A little neat different way to serve corn. Maque Choux, simple yet delicious dish. Definitely deserves to be on your table on a regular basis. It is on mine.